What is the world coming to? Well, a large part of the world is coming to News and Views on the Information Radio Network every weekday afternoon from 1 to 3 Eastern. The nation's stations who carry news and views are gaining momentum daily because it's what talk radio was meant to be. Hosted by one of the world's most respected economists, best-selling author, former banker, and veteran newsman, Dr. Larry Bates, and his co-host, economist, former White House aide, and author Chuck Bates, it's 2 hours of the most informative and interesting radio available anywhere. Chuck and Larry make it their business to gather more knowledge about more issues than any two people your listeners can imagine. And they use that knowledge to help people the world over make intelligent and informed decisions about issues that affect their everyday lives. The economy, government, money, politics, history, you name it.
Our challenge, our charge to our listeners this year is to pray for all of our elected leaders. Yes, like Nancy Pelosi, Harry Reid, perhaps even Barack Obama. We need to pray that God would give them wisdom.
The events going on in Egypt, prior to that in Tunisia, you've seen it in Yemen. We're seeing a lot of chaos around the world, and of course this chaos, I think we can say it's planned chaos.
Bernie Sanders. Now, he's not just making political hay, but he's making political cash based on a tragedy. I mean, that has got to be one of the most despicable, disgraceful things that I have seen in politics to date.
Their guest list reads like a who's who among leaders.
Tom Tancredo, former congressman of Colorado, and basically the guy who headed up the immigration caucus.
It's a primary task on the part of any governor to try and do what's necessary to put us back on a road to fiscal prosperity, certainly. And part of that is to reduce regulations, reduce taxes.
We're joined right now by Sarah Carter. She's national security correspondent for the Washington Examiner.
Egypt is a major problem. It is the most important Muslim country in the world, and how events unfold there will dictate the domino effect throughout the Muslim nations. And right now, our foreign policy with Egypt is almost nil because we don't know what to do.
Joining us today is Charlie Daniels, the singer, songwriter, and author of the book Ain't No Rag, Freedom, Family, and the Flag.
If the United Nations told me it was raining in Seattle, I wouldn't believe it. I have absolutely no use whatsoever for that organization. I don't believe anything they say. I think they're corrupt. I think they're anti-American. If I had my way, we'd turn the United Nations building into a homeless hotel and let them go to Paris where they belong.
Our own White House correspondent Connie Lawn drops in for updates and comments. As the Dean of White House Correspondence, dating back to the Kennedy years, she knows what's going on.
The Chicago Mafia, or the Chicago political machine, is active in the White House. So William Daley will become chief of staff. He will replace his friend Rahm Emanuel. Emanuel, as you know, is running for mayor of Chicago. Daley is the brother of the present mayor of Chicago. What's interesting is that the 2012 political campaign will be organized and run mostly from the Chicago base. David Axelrod's also going to go there. And Robert Gibbs, who just announced he'll soon resign, will also be spending a lot of time in Chicago. The latest news is that a large majority of Republican voters, or voters in general, say they're going to vote for Republicans, even among the independents. It's really very, very clear that the House is going to go Republican.
John Russell, our national correspondent, also lays it on the line about many subjects.
I often say that as long as there is stupid and evil in the world, we'll have work. And today is a target-rich environment. The Marxists in Washington who are moving apace to insinuate themselves into every area of our lives, this could come to a screeching halt if we were to take the House of Representatives. The real power in this government, when it's realized, is in the hands of the House of Representatives, because nothing happens unless it gets paid for.
Every weekday from 1 to 3 Eastern, Chuck and Larry inform, involve, and sometimes even referee on News and Views. Hopefully it's still available in your area. Call and see 800-829-8111, extension 1125, or log on to inforadionet.com. News and Views from the Information Radio Network. It'll really grow your audience.